fucking great. How do you know when you love someone when deep down in your soul you can't love no one? When you done so much you can't trust no one. I feel I'm walking down the wrong road. How do you know when you love someone when deep?
1, 2, 3. What's up, y'all?
I can't do that. Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. It's your girl, Panama.
And it's AJ, 26, Ty.
Today we're going to be talking about basically my labor and stuff and everything that went down. It was horrible, but it was a blessing at the end. Yeah, so thank God we packed our bag that following day because
Something told us I got bad.
yeah, because I didn't even know I was going to stay in the hospital. Too upset. But like the reason I even went to the hospital, I was washing the dishes and I just felt something come out, like just like ooh. It just came out. Well, so I went to the bathroom to go check it and I look at my underwear and it's like this gooey stuff, bitch. I don't even know what the fuck it looked like. Like, I don't know. It wasn't like slime. I just don't know. But it was clear though and stuff. And like, so I called my mom and she was like, go to the hospital. I really didn't want to go. I really didn't want to listen to her. Like, go to the hospital.
And her grandma,
yes.
they both were snapping on about that.
Just want me to go to the hospital. I'm like, are you sure?
We didn't really want to go.
Yeah.
Either.
And me, like, my whole pregnancy, for every question I had and stuff, bitch, when I couldn't ask the doctor, I asked Google. So I asked Google, bitch, like, I typed in, like, what is this?
Google will give you an answer.
Yeah, like, I typed it in, like, what is this gooey stuff that could be happening? It was like, they said it's my mucus plug that came out, whatever.
So at the gate there, we just...
Yeah. So I already knew what it was then, but I told my mom that she still wanted me to make sure. So I still went to the hospital. I brought the hospital bag just in case. And then his car seat and stuff was already like in the car set and ready for whatever day he comes.
We was already ready for him, so.
Yeah, so when we got to the hospital, they checked us in or whatever. Security was just ass. Like, they didn't let nobody in the fucking hospital. They had a fucking attitude. Like, if you hate your job, I'm sorry, but like, don't work here. Especially in the maternity part. Thank you.
So, you know, when we went there, it was like, what time? What was that time that we went there? It was our second time going there or no?
Yeah, it was our second time because we went on Friday just to get a test and see if I was okay to keep the baby one more week because I was due. And so yeah, I was okay or whatever. So then when I went back I went back on Sunday. It was June 29th. That's what it was. At like 10 o'clock at night, I checked in the hospital and they were like, when I told them the problem, they were like, oh, you have to get a what is it called? A sonogram again. You have to get a sonogram.
That shit takes like hours.
Yes.
Dog. We was there for hours. That's why we didn't really want to go.
Yes.
Cause we just know.
So we had to get a sonogram. I think they had to listen to the baby heart for 45 minutes, even though this took for longer. Just walking around, not even doing what they're supposed to do. But.
And then once we got to the hospital, they was giving us option like.
And they had to check if I was dilated.
Yeah.
And that part is so uncomfortable. Like, y'all know how it feels. It's just uncomfortable. But yeah, so when they checked to see if I was dilated, I was dilated. It was one nurse came in. She was like, I'm dilated. 1.5 centimeters, whatever. And when she said that, I'm like, they clearly don't know what they're doing because my doctor told me at my where I go, my OBGYN, she told me that I was dilated 3 centimeters. So I'm like, this girl way off. So then, like, surprisingly, I saw another doctor, another mid nurse from the same place I go, which is Royal Palm. And she checked to see if I was dilating too, and she was like, I'm dilated 2 centimeters.
Basically, like, they ain't know what they
yeah, like, they know what's going on. And basically, so after they did that, I really ain't saying that. I was just listening to the two because I'm like, maybe my doctor could be wrong. You never know. So I just ain't listen to them. But I'm like, whatever. So then that's when they took me to go get a sonogram. And when they did that, whatever, they checked his weight and stuff. And they said that his weight, that he was weighted 9 pounds or whatever. So yeah, so after they took the weight and stuff, they brought me back into the room where I was waiting. I still wasn't like really checked in yet, but it's another room they got like for testing and stuff like that, I guess. So they brought me into that room to wait, and then the doctor came in there, the midwife from Royal Palm, and she was telling me, she was like, I don't know why they didn't keep you on Friday, like your water was low. And like the water in my stomach, it was low. Like she was like, the baby could have died and stuff. The baby could die, like, and we don't know if you're gonna make it or not. So she was like, your water low, so I think we need to keep you. And I'm like, like I was not ready at all. And I'm just like, no, I don't think so. And then she was like, the baby is 9 pounds. She was like, are you considering a C-section? I'm like, no, I want to have this baby. And I'm like, how is it 9 pounds? Because my doctor at Royal Palm, she told me that my baby was not even 7 pounds yet. So how the hell he 9 now after like 2 weeks? And I'm like, no, this is not right.
Then they was saying he was 10 pounds.
Yes, they were saying he could be possibly 10 pounds too. Like, what? They was like, because when you do the sonogram, it's not 100% right. So it could be 50% right, more right, or 50% wrong, whatever. And I guess they was trying to say he could be 10 pounds. Like basically, like I didn't even know this, but they were like pushing for a C-section. Like
low key, we
yes.
didn't know it though, but low key they was pushing for
a C-section. Yes, they was like the baby. They was like, if he is bigger or we can't get him out of your vagina, we'll have to break his shoulder. And you know what's before his shoulder, his neck and stuff. There was like anything could happen. So the doctor said that it would be a risk if we did it vaginal because his shoulders, they'll have to break his shoulder. Yeah, if he can't come out. There was like anything could happen to the neck because before the shoulders. And it was just basically saying a whole bunch of crap to scare us. And to think I'm gonna say yes to vaginal after you just said all that. Like you basically just forced me to say yes to C-section. Like yes. So she was like, I really don't want you to go home. I want you to stay here because the baby could die or whatever. So I'm like, the baby's not gonna die. But in my head I'm like, I just don't want to risk it. So I stayed. And my mom told me to stay too. So I stayed. And like they said they're gonna induce me basically. And so they checked me in and then they gave me a real room where I would be until I have the baby. And by the way, I was at Coral Springs Hospital. So yeah, they checked me in, gave me a room, and the room, it was alright. It was a nice room.
It was a good room, to be honest. I've been at a lot of hospitals. That's the best one.
Yeah. But anyways. So when I got to the room, they checked me in or whatever. They checked my blood pressure, you know, the basics, checked my temperature, all that. And then they gave me this pill to induce me, basically make me start having contractions. And I really ain't feel nothing. Like the whole time I didn't feel no contractions still. Like probably little baby ones, but I didn't feel nothing. I couldn't take none of that. I wasn't in pain, wasn't crying, none of that. So they gave me that one
really
pill.
Chilling.
Yeah.
No.
By the time they gave me the pill and stuff, it was probably 12 or 1 in the morning. One of them, 12, 1 in the morning, whatever, when they gave me the pill. And they checked to see if I was dilating again, which was very uncomfortable. After the pill worked, like for an hour, after 2 hours, probably they checked me again, 2 or 3 hours, I'm not sure. But after they checked me, they said I was dilating, whatever. They saw a bunch of contractions on the machine, whatever machine that was. So after the contractions, like, started kicking in, which I still didn't feel, but they said they're kicking in. They could see it through the monitor. And I was dilating and stuff, starting to dilate slowly. The morning came. Even though it was already 1 in the morning, it came to like...
What it was like?
It was like...
10?
No, not
7?
10. It was
earlier.
Yeah, no, not early, but it was early. It was like probably 7, 8 o'clock, whatever. Like, no, it was 7 o'clock.
Okay.
They came in, and like, it was a bunch of doctors, like... 4 doctors and like 2 nurses.
People we didn't even see at Royal Palm.
Yes, nobody we didn't see at Royal Palm. I didn't even deliver with the doctor I had at Royal Palm, which I thought I was because they said that you do that, but clearly
she was
you
on
don't.
the time schedule.
It's
like,
already
they got
on who on shifts. Yeah, so whoever on shift, that's who delivering your baby.
It would never be your doctor.
So they just walked in the room, and there was a lot of them, and another doctor who I didn't even know checked to see if I was dilating again. And she saw I was dilating, but I was dilating slowly or whatever. Like I was still in early labor. I was all the way in early labor, and they wanted the baby to come like now. They were just pushing me basically, and it's basically to get more money. So the doctors came in. She was like, yes. She was like, have you considered C-section? She was like, I'm a big fan of vaginal, but I think C-section is good for this because the baby seems to be big.
Bullshit.
They was like, this is a big baby.
Bullshit.
I'm like, just scaring me, you know?
Baby,
so I'm like,
well,
they
he
was
came
like,
out 8 pounds, right?
yeah, he came out 8 pounds. So then they was like, oh, do you need time to like consult with your family or whatever to see if you want to do a C-section or not?
Because
she was like, we can do the vaginal, but yeah, it's dangerous.
You gotta make a decision now.
Yes.
You gotta make it now.
I had to make the decision
and we had
now.
no choice because we didn't want to hurt the baby or anything.
Yeah.
We wanted a healthy delivery, you feel me?
Yeah, so the doctor got out, and after the doctor got out, I talked to my mom, like, bitch, they didn't even really give us much time.
They didn't give us an option.
We didn't call them in the room,
we
bitch. They just came back in the room. They was like, oh, are you ready? About like 5 minutes, 10 minutes later. And I'm just looking at my mom. My mom don't even know what to say. She don't know what to say.
At the time, it was so emotional.
Yes.
She was crying and everything. Like, she did not want that C-section. She wanted to push out.
Yeah, I was very emotional, bitch. So basically, the doctor came in, and she was like, are you ready to make your decision? And, like, I just said, yes. I said, I'm going to do the C-section because doing the vaginal was very risky. So they was like, all right, we're going to come right back and we're going to take you. So, like, as soon as I said yes, 5 minutes later, they had me ready to go. Ready to have the baby. Like,
it was all her ass.
Yes. They did not even give me a chance to relax, none of that. Like, I couldn't go back to sleep, none of that. So, before I went to the exam room, I'm going to call it exam room, they gave me, I asked for another medicine, but they didn't want to give it to me. So they said they were going to give me a medicine in the exam room. So, like, after 5 minutes, we went there to the exam room. Only I could go by myself. They said one person could be in the exam room with me, but they couldn't come yet. So I had to go by myself. And when I went by myself, the lady, I was crying, like, snot and all. I did not want to have a C-section. But I had this nurse, like, I was crying on her. She was so sweet. Like, I always remember her. And this other nurse, she was just being so rough. Well, not nurse, doctor, sorry. She was being rough. Like, it hurted when they put this thing in my back. It wasn't epidural, it was something else. They put it in my back. I don't know. But before they put it in my back, they had to numb it. So they numbed it with a shot. So the lady numbed it like 10 times, and every time it hurted. Like, she didn't even know what she was doing. She couldn't even get it in the epidural. I'm gonna just call it epidural, but it's not. They call it something else. But she couldn't even get the epidural in. She just kept numbing it and kept like putting shots in my back. Like, I still got it. It's like 6 different shots. She didn't know what to do. She still didn't know what to do. So she called this other doctor in, and the other doctor, she did it with no problem. You know, I was just set. Like, my legs just got numb so quick. Like, they had to pick my legs up and put it on the table and stuff. I felt like my legs was open, but it was closed the whole time and stuff like that. It just felt so weird. I couldn't feel nothing. I just felt like I was on drugs. It was crazy. But, like, when they gave it to me, I felt okay. I didn't feel nothing after they gave me the epidural. After they gave it to me, I didn't feel nothing. But I was still emotional, still crying. I was joking with them after everything was done. Like, after I stopped being a big baby, I was joking with them. And I was like, y'all might as well just take all the fat out of here too. Just, like, get me right. But it was like, no, we can't do that. It was lame as fuck. But, so anyways, it took them, like, probably an hour to do everything, but it took them 20 minutes for the baby to come. And after 20 minutes, my bundle of joy was here. Like, I couldn't look at him. I was just crying. I just looked at him and just started crying. Like, wow.
Like a big ass baby.
Yes, like, that's my baby. And he is so handsome. It was just crazy. But, like, the experience, it was, I don't know. It was amazing. I don't know.
Cutting the umbilical cord, it was good.
Your ass was crying too. Talk about me.
They had me fucked up. I was happy to see my baby.
I turned my head, bitch. I see this bitch crying.
They had me fucked up. I was too happy my baby came in.
Yes, he was just so adorable.
He came out with a whole bunch of
my mom was happy, I heard. It was just crazy.
Yeah, she was the first person I sent a picture to.
Yeah.
Baby came out with a lot of hair.
Yes, the baby came out with a lot of hair. Everybody asked me, did I have heartburn? No, like, I don't even know what heartburn is, but I know I ain't have it. I was fine my whole pregnancy.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem. I don't know. I don't think I should have cried though. It wasn't as bad as it seemed. But yeah, after the little pain, the only pain that they have in C-section is the after pain and the pain then. And the pain then is just the numb thing when they give you a shot in your back, and they have to do it like 6 times, 10 times, however, like whenever you feel numb, that's when they'll stop. They just keep giving it to you until you feel numb. You can't feel nothing, which that's a good thing though, but it do hurt when you get it. But it's like only for like a second though. But yeah, that shit hurts. So anyways, after I had the baby, I delivered the baby, I was there for another 35 minutes doing I don't know what. I was just doing like chest to chest with the baby, whatever. I was doing that with the baby while they was doing whatever else they had to do. I didn't feel nothing at all. After they done, they closed me up. They said they take me to recovery room. I was in that recovery room. That's when like my closest people, my closest family and stuff came to see me and stuff, and I was out of it. Like I was talking to them, but my eyes was closed and stuff. I'm going right back to sleep. In and out of it, I was on so
every 10 seconds she'll close her eyes.
Yes, I don't know how I was holding on to my baby. I was out of it, but I was holding on to him. He wasn't going nowhere. It was crazy. Like, I don't know. It was just a cool experience. I don't know, having the baby, I guess. And when we went to the room, the room was good, whatever. Like, me, as far as pain, I was in pain. It hurted so bad to get up. But I just had to keep on walking. Like, every day I was at the hospital and stuff, I had to walk multiple times around the hospital, like, around that floor. So that I could stop hurting. Yeah, that made it more comfortable. Like now I don't have no pain getting up, none of that. But before, it was hard for me to get up, like so hard. It was so much pain. I couldn't even use the bathroom for like 2 days. It was crazy. But the doctor told me like, you gotta use the bathroom before you leave. If you don't, we have to insert something in you. I'm like, bitch, y'all insert nothing in me.
Make your ass do something.
For real. Like, no, I started drinking tea. I started doing all that. I'm like, nope. The nurses was good though while I was there. Like, I would really recommend Coral Springs Hospital, even though they push C-sections, but all hospitals do. I recommend them because the nurses was good. Some of them had an attitude, but other than that, they was good.
And the beds over there.
Yes. The bed's good. They have like this couch that your guests could lay on, and they have a recliner chair too. The TV good. I watched BET the whole time I was there.
And we brought our stick with us.
Yeah. And even though they kept telling me to put my baby down, I really didn't.
She wouldn't let nobody touch the baby.
Exactly.
What's a soulmate?
It's, well, it's like a best friend, but more. It's the one person in the world who knows you better than anyone else. It's someone who makes you a better person. Actually, they don't make you a better person, you do that yourself, because they inspire you. A soulmate is someone who you carry with you forever. It's the one person who knew you and accepted you and believed in you before anyone else did, or when no one else would. And no matter what happens, you'll always love them. Nothing can ever change that.
How do you know when you love someone when deep down in your soul you can't love no one? When you done so much you can't trust no one. I feel I'm walking down the wrong road. How do you know when you love someone when deep